swag. Look at this right here. I'm letting you know, making money with Lance, woo-hoo, is awesome. You go stock trading master, okay? Y'all check it out, GorillaStockTrading.com. Cash on that, cause that's what it do.
Hello, my fellow stock trading masters. This is Lance Jepson with GorillaStockTrading.com. All right, you guys. My total gains for the month of December is 65%. Yeah! Okay, so it would have been much more. All right. First of all, let me deal with some of the repetitive comments that I get. Okay, the method that I'm using to determine my relative performance for the month is simply to take my gains and losses off the website where I post all my trades. You guys can go to the website. In the sidebar, you'll see all my trades, or click on Trading Portfolio, okay, going back like years, okay, and I take all the winners, I minus all the losers, and whatever I end up with, that's what I record for my performance for the month. So when I say I made 65%, yeah, okay, no, I did not make actually 65% from my starting balance in the month to my ending balance in the month. Okay? But what it's just a reference for performance that's done in a very simple and easy way. Okay, and I penalize myself just as hard as I reward myself by minusing off these losers. Obviously, 39% of my entire portfolio did not go down because of this one bad pick. Okay, but that's what I recorded as on my website by doing the math. So you guys that think, oh, well, you're rewarding yourself too much. Well, I'm also penalizing myself too much. Again, it's just an easy method for me to be able to gauge performance. Now, looking at, if it wasn't for this nearly 40% loss, then my gains would have been over 100% for the month. It would have been a beautiful month. Beautiful month. Okay, so what happened? Well, all right, let me show this to you guys. That 40% loss was in the Drexian Daily Gold Miners Bull 3 timeshares Nugget, NUGT. I bought it on, end of September, okay, and I ended up getting killed. All right, so now this 39%, all right, first of all, I have only myself to beat up for that, because I listened to the stock picking guru. Now, again, I'm not going to mention the guy's name, right? I don't need to do that. I could do that. And really, if I wanted to be a jerk as much as that guy has been to me, I would do it. I mean, keep in mind that this stock picking guru, okay, took away from me $300 a month in sales from you guys that have signed up to his service through me, right, that used his internal affiliate program and not through ClickBank, okay? He just completely removed that side of it, right? I actually logged into his account and could see my sales there, even though he no longer gave me access to his service. But what this guy did was he actually shut down that entire account and took that $300 a month in reoccurring payment every month and put into his own coffers, okay? Because I stopped promoting his service. Okay, so what a jerk. All right, and I could sit there and I could mention that guy's name so easily right now, you guys have no idea, right? But you know what? To me, I'm not going to stoop down to that guy's level, okay? But this 39% loss came from him, came from the stock picking guru. You see what happens when you start following along the stock picking gurus? You start thinking, oh, look at these winners, and you give up your own ability to analyze and think, and you turn that over to somebody else, okay, and that's going to ultimately bite you in the butt every single time, okay? You may win for a while with the stock guru, but ultimately you're going to end up losing, because there is no such thing as the stock picking guru. over the long run, the stock picking guru is going to blow up, and he's going to blow up your trading account with him. Okay? That's why he has to sell his stock picking guru service to you for your $100 a month. Right? If he was such a good stock picker, he wouldn't need to deal with the issues of running a business, paying taxes, business license, dealing with customer complaints, answering customer emails. He wouldn't need to do any of that. He'd just simply trade and make money on his own. Be quietly, point and click a mouse and make all the money that he wanted to on his own if he was such a stock picking guru. Okay, but he needs your money because he's not that good. Right? Because he blows up his own trading account. He needs an external source of money coming in. Okay? And this proves it. That's the stock picking guru. Now, here is the article from the stock picking guru's website, right? That you could see this. Let's go down, right? This is on the stock picking guru website. And again, you guys, all the stock picking guru ever posts on his website are his winning trades. This is And notice it's titled Recent Results. You mean to tell me that during all of this time he didn't have any losers? Bull. I know better because I was a member of his service during this time, and if you were, you know better too. So the recent results are not really the recent results. Okay? They're not like mine where I show you all my winning and my losing trades, right? These are just the stock picking guru's winners. And he puts this on his website for everybody to see to get you to sign up to his service. Never puts down his losers. Calls them recent results as if this is indicative of his recent results, but it's not because it doesn't include all of the losers in here. Anyways, all right. So some of you guys mentioned that to me and the problem with that. You guys told me, listen, Lance, I don't like this guy right off the bat because he doesn't post his losing trades on his website like you do, you know. So there it is, you guys. But look at this right here. EXK and HL reported before the open Tuesday. I'm watching both closely and would like to move on a metal stock, given Obama is likely to win, which should bring a rally to gold and silver. I'm also considering NUGT. So there's me. Oh, NUGT. I better Google it. Oh, 3 times leverage. Yeah, Nugget. I know what this is. Yeah. Gold's going to do good. Gold and silver because President Obama's likely to win a second term. Yeah. Stupid. Bull. What has gold and silver done since President Obama has won a second term? What has it done? It's gone nothing but down. Huge, too. Huge plunge. So not only was the stock picking guru wrong about these stocks, wrong about Nugget, okay, but he was wrong about the profit thesis or the catalyst that the President Obama win would bring a rally to gold and silver. You know what I mean? Come on, you guys. Right? So, but listen, the kind of trader that I am, I have nobody but myself to blame for this 39% Nugget loss. Really, you guys. I'm the idiot that, for some reason, relinquished my own God-given talent and brain and knowledge, okay, that I've spent, close to 20 years now stock trading. For some reason, I was willing to turn that over to a stock-picking guru. So I've got nobody else to blame but myself. I knew better. Stock-picking guru after stock-picking guru has never worked out for me. I knew better, but I thought this was going to be different. So this is, and finally, I'm the one that put the money in and pushed the buy button. Okay, I'm the one that ultimately used my trading account, my brokerage account, and I put in a buy for the stock. All right, so the responsibility lies on me. If you're going to be the kind of trader where you're always looking for somebody else to blame, then you're never going to get better because you're always going to be pointing the finger at somebody else. I don't want to do that. I don't want to trade like that. At the end of the day, while I may bitch about that stock-picking guru pitching me this stock and what he said about the president and gold and silver, and so I bought this, okay? I may bitch about it, but at the end of the day, I know that the responsibility rests squarely on on my shoulders. Okay? But that also means that you should never give somebody credit for your wins either. You know what I mean? You can't, what the stock picking guru will want to tell you is that when the winners, he wants all the credit. But when he pitches you a bunch of losers, and then you get mad, and a flame roar breaks out in his chat, and he bans you from chat, then he tells everybody, listen, we're all grown-ups here. You know, you're the one that made the decision to do that, to buy that loser. You know, so the stock picking guru wants credits for the wins, but doesn't want credit for the losers, and tells you that you need to be responsible for your own trades on your losers when you get mad. Well, again, folks, always take the logic and reverse it. If you say that you must take responsibility, your own self-responsibility for your losers, then the opposite has to be true too. Then you must take the ultimate responsibility for your winners. Okay? And so you can't have one side of the equation and not the other. If you do, it shows that you have what? A bias. Okay, so I'm always using that logical method, that logical Spock-like thinking with you guys, and I'm always passing that on to you, telling you to look at the opposite side of whatever logical statement that you're given. Okay, and really where I was able to build that, years ago was from realizing that when you say I'm willing to die for my country, you're also saying that you're willing to kill for your country. Okay? You can't have one without the other. Okay? So that's the kind of thinking that you want to work on. But in any event, guys, that's the 40% loss. Here is where I started trading on my own. Monsanto, this was Safeway, and this was Costco. Okay? And I bought these 3 stocks, same date, using my own system. Took a big loss in Monsanto, but made huge gains in the options on these other stocks. And I've had a very good track record since I went back to MC and I got off the stock picking guru. Okay? Turned what started off to be a horrible month, came back and ended up ultimately closing in the positive 65% overall for the month of December. Yeah. Okay, so fast forward. Well, the only one that we're currently open in is MTG. Okay, and I've got those long call options on it too, right? So I would like to accumulate more, but this is the only stock that I'm holding right now. The rest I'm back in cash. Why? Well, because the market's in a downtrend. And now as you watch this news cycle, this weekend news cycle, and they're counting down now, 32 hours left until the fiscal cliff. 32 hours, and you see these doomsday clocks until we go over the fiscal cliff. Right? So I'm really glad that this is the only stock that I'm currently holding, that we're sitting back on the sidelines in cash, and we're hoping that the fiscal cliff is going to push down the market and create some bargains that we can jump in. Okay? If it doesn't, if they come up with a solution for the fiscal cliff, well, then the market will explode upward, and then we'll deal with that then. Okay? Then we'll ride that up. But, you want to hope for the best, but plan for the worst. All right, guys, a great month of December, just like last year where I made 70% in the month of December. So again, this year. And what this largely has to do with, too, is not only the tool that I'm using, and I was using it last year to hit that 70% gains, okay? Not only the tool that I'm using, which I will put a link below this video so you could check this tool out, but also the fact that we've gone into the best 6 months of the year for the stock market. Okay, these money managers, these institutional traders, they have to invest money. They've got a lot of money, they have to put it in. Okay, and they're thinking 2013 is going to be a good year. All right, you guys, thanks for listening. Love you, and talk with you soon.